And when I was transferred to Life Theological Seminary in 1995, I was the HOD, Pastoral Studies, at a point acted as a registrar of Life Theological Seminary and academic dean of Life Theological Seminary until 2005, when I became the provost of Life Theological Seminary. Life Bible College in those days was established in 1955, and at that time it started at Yaba. And there was a time we had the evening session at Yaba until about 1957. It was established here in Ikorodu. And since that time, at that time it was a diploma program, and over a period of time we had a degree program, and today, by the grace of God, we are having up to doctoral program. So life has come of age over a period of time.
Because this school is very dynamic, the school has been blessed with progressive leadership, with visions and the mind of God to serve. In those days, we called this place Life Bible College, because the only thing we offer was a diploma in theology. Then we graduated to be offering advanced diploma. But as of today, we have a diploma, CCM, masters, and two levels of doctoral degree, Doctor of Ministry, and PhD. And that's why the name is changed to Life Theological Seminary, no more just Bible College. So it's a kind of a great lifting, to the point that even we are recognized by NUC as a one faculty university in doing theology. After Baptist Seminary Ogbomoso, which was the first one to be so accredited by this body, Life happened to be the second seminary so recognized, and that is a plus for the seminaries. So in short, we are growing and we are still counting.
As the registrar, we deal with the admission process of the school, and we have various programs starting from the certificate in Christian ministry. We have diploma in theology, we have bachelor theology, we have master's program, and we have the doctoral program. For the certificate in Christian ministry is open to everybody, anybody who is interested in coming to school who might not have the qualification for diploma or for degree. So, but once the person is able to read and write, is qualified for admission to certificate in Christian ministry, which we call CCM. That's the basic program. Then we have diploma in theology for those who have maybe about 4 credits at the O level or HN or OND, and that is the person will start from 100 level, but must have 5 credits to be able to do Bachelor of Theology. And then we have the direct entry kind of, which we call the second degree option, and is open for those who have a previous degree in the secular and they want to come to the seminary, so they will come in as direct entry starting from 200 level. So in the form, they choose previous degree waiver. We also have another one that is previous seminary diploma. That one is for those who have done seminary diploma and they want to have their degree program in theology. So they choose that option and they just come in for 1 year and have their degree program. The admission options are about 3. We have the one for full-time, we have the one for part-time, that is for weekend. For those who are working, they can come in Friday evening to Saturday, that's for part-time. And then we have the summer option. The summer option is like a crash program, 6 weeks in a year makes a session, which is between June and July. So after the 6 weeks, they come the following year. That's the summer program. Then we also have, for those who are very busy, they may not be able to come to Ikorodu for studies, and they want to have the theological training. We have what we call executive school, and we have 3 centers. These executive schools are for those who are in executive position in their different places of work. They are leaders in their churches and they want to have this training. We have at Center for Management Studies, Magodo. We have another center at our Orisunbaro camp, which is the Foursquare camp there. And then we have another one at our VGC, Foursquare Gospel Church at VGC. These are called executive schools for those who are in executive position and want to have the theological training. It is for now a bachelor's degree program. The master's program will be starting very soon. And for this program, it is expected that those who are coming in must be born again. They must be workers in their churches at least for minimum of 2 years before they can be eligible to come and receive the training for further ministry.
Postgraduate studies of Life Theology Seminary started in the year 2011, and up to date we have graduated many master students and many doctoral students. Postgraduate studies at Life Theology Seminary cut across 4 major departments at our master's level. We have Christian education, we have church growth and mission, we also have leadership and biblical studies. And at the doctoral level, we have Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Ministry. Doctor of Philosophy was put in place for those who are called into letters, those who are called into teaching ministry in particular. And we have 4 major streams also running, and that is church history and missions, Christian education, and we have Old Testament and New Testament. We have Doctor of Ministry is a professional degree at Life Theological Seminary where ministers are raised for contemporary ministry. And for this, we have 4 major streams running. We have guidance and counseling for those who have Christian education background, and we have expository preaching and communication for those who have biblical study background. We have global ministry for those coming from mission background, and we also have leadership for those who are coming from leadership background. The mission and the purpose of Postgraduate School of Life Theological Seminary is to produce ministers that will be effective and be relevant to whatever is going on in this contemporary time.
Life School of Music is a school that started in 2013 under the leadership of the then General Overseer, Reverend Felix Medoye, and then under the leadership of the Provost, Reverend Professor Cletus Ogo. The then director of the school was Pastor Meroy Stephen. He led the school till 2016, and by 2017 I came in and started the diploma program in Life School of Music till today, 2025. And by the grace of God, Life School of Music have graduated over 53 graduates. Music is part of music in theological institution, fall under practical theology in Christian education. In fact, music is a major tool in Christian education. There's no program we do in the seminary without music. Music gives life and passes the message, drives the message home to the people, keeps people at rest to receive whatever message the Lord has for them. And by the grace of God, the seminary will be celebrating her 70th anniversary. The School of Music is not left behind. We are busy preparing for the celebration, composing songs and preparing for the program. Social weekend is around the corner, and the School of Music have a lot of activities in stock. We have cultural dance, we go for shows, we go for programs, invitations, concerts. We go out for things, just carrying this gospel to where it is needed. Another selling program of the School of Music is just hymns, which will be coming up for these part-time students in 2 weeks' time. So, music school is a performing school, and we run a lot of programs. We run certificates in music 1 year full-time, and diploma in music 3 years part-time and full-time. Admission is in progress. And God bless the college, the seminary. God bless Life School of Music, and God bless Foursquare Gospel Church in Nigeria. Thank you.
In terms of administration, in terms of academic staff, facilities, students, population, and our curriculum, academics, we have gone so far by the grace of God. We've made advancement in all these areas. In terms of facilities, God has been gracious to us. So it's really difficult for me to begin to mention all these things in detail. Not that it's difficult, but I believe every person who is familiar with Life Theological Seminary will bear witness that God has been good to us.
Practically, the story of the online school started in 2018 when the provost, Reverend Professor Cletus told the faculty that a new direction for the school was to navigate the online aspect of theological education, and that became a major point for the process theological education at Life Theological Seminary. And then in 2019, we were privileged to be at Aburi in Ghana, where we training with other theological seminaries English-speaking theological seminaries across West Africa, where we're there together at that training, about 3 or 4 days training, where online learning coordinators, or would-be coordinators, and their IT counterparts were trained in preparedness to launch online learning in their various schools. So I was privileged to be there with Professor Ogu and the former rector of the Life College of Theology, Abba, the person of Reverend Dr. Isaac. And on returning, we began the process, and which was to set the agenda for online learning as far as Life Theological Seminary is concerned, and also to look out for, the infrastructure that we will need. We also interacted with would-be global partners, part of which was Horizon at the beginning. But ultimately, we ended up with Net Foundation. Net Foundation is our global partner that provides the technological infrastructure, particularly the learning management system, the LMS, with which we drive the online learning program. Ultimately, we had a 4-year plan before we launched, before we were to launch rather, but somehow we had to expedite based on the leadership directive of the Foursquare Gospel Church in Nigeria, who is the sponsor of our seminary. With a new leadership then, we were supposed to collapse what was intended to be 4 years plan into maybe 2.5 years, ultimately 3 years. So finally, we took off in 2022, and we had the first set of students enrolling in 2022 for the online learning program. We started with the BTH, the Bachelor of Theology, and it reflects the whole curriculum that we have also at the on-site program for those who have degrees, previous degrees, not theological degrees now, but previous degrees. They run the program for 3 years, and those who do not have a degree, they run the program for 4 years. And we've been on the program now. This is our 2nd year running, and it's been a great delight for those who cannot make it to our various on-site campuses, and for those who are also interested in taking theological education, but their busy schedule would not let them come to the campuses, and for those who are also outside the country, so they've been taking advantage of this opportunity in online learning. Another aspect of online learning that we also have is for those undergraduate students who are still in the university, who would like to take a course or take a certificate in theological education. We also run an online program, 1-year certificate program called CCM, Certificate in Christian Ministry, an online program for them too. So this is where we are as at now. We are projecting that ultimately all our programs, including our postgraduate programs, will feature online. We can say that we are just beginning, but to a great extent, we are aligning ourselves with the required standards for running online theological education. And we believe that as we trudge on, we will be one of those who will be the trailblazer as far as Africa is concerned in theological education. So far so good. This is what we can say about the online theological education program of Life Theological Seminary.
Actually, the story of Social Weekend goes as far back as 70s or 80s, because that should be the time of the first provost, the person of Reverend Timidara. Even that time, I was not in the faculty even as a student. I've not even come as a student then. So I can't actually say the exact date. But it started during the time of Reverend Timidara, the first provost of Life Theological Seminary. And several people in the faculty member have been the chairman, like the present provost, Reverend Professor Cleto Sio, has been the chairman of this committee before. And people like Reverend Bayo is traveled to US now, before I became the chairman of the Social Weekend several years ago. Now, what is Social Weekend all about? Social Weekend is one of those major annual programs of Life Theological Seminary. Like we have a spiritual life retreat which gathers the students in the camp for like 2 days that addresses the spiritual life of the students. We also have a conference, yearly conference that addresses theological issues. So Social Weekend is that program, an aspect of the school program that addresses national pressing burning issues at the borders of the citizens of the country. So what we do is to have a search as to what is going on in the country, so that the school, aside from theological debate, can be a voice in addressing national issues, particularly those that border on the citizens of the country. So when we do that, and we try to coin a topic around such occurrence or event, then invite a professional to come and speak on that issue. So I think we have talked about Sharia in the past, security issues, economic issues, the life of Femi Falana, Patty told me to speak. We have Reverend Dr. Hilo. Some of these people have been invited to speak on these national issues in the past. Now, not only that Social Weekend addresses national issues, we also engaged in humanitarian services as we go to the community. We go to several orphanage homes, secondary schools, and what do we do when we go to places like that? We try to buy foodstuffs, and other material that we think those people will need. Like when we go to orphanage homes, we buy foodstuff, rice, spaghetti, and things like that, toilet roll, and soaps, and those things that we thought that those people will need. Then we go to secondary school and donate portable PA system, because we discovered that there are so many. So when the principal speak on the assembly, some of them cannot catch what the principal is saying. So we try to buy things like that for them as some of the material services that Social Weekend address.
All these programs, they are well accredited by recognized body. As at now, we have Life Theological Seminary. Our program is regulated by ACTI. ACTI is an association for theological education in Africa. It's a body that regulates theological education in Africa. And as at now in Nigeria, I think we are only 3 schools that are accredited in Nigeria, and Life is part of them. Also, too, we belong to a body known as ISET. Also, this is an international organization regulating theological education in all over, not only in Africa. Life program is approved by Council of Foursquare Gospel globally. And also, too, our certificate recognized by Life Pacific, formerly known as Life Bible College. So, wherever anyone who has Life program, Life certificate, they can go anywhere to further their studies. Besides Korodu here, we have other centers. Presently, we have almost 9 centers across Southwest here. We have center in Ibadan, we have center in Akure, we have in Abeokuta, we have in Ilorin, we have in Songwater, we have in Ado-Ekiti, we have in Ondo, also Ondo. Also, we have what we call executive programs. Presently, we have 3 centers in Lagos. We have in Sangisa, that's CMD. We have one in Indimu. Then we have one at VGC. So all these programs, they are available they offer quality education. They offer quality education program. They also will have theological education by extension, the one we know as T program. All over Southwest, we have over 45 centers. These centers offer certificate education ministry for those who may not have the required qualification to come to Ikorodu, and this program is closer to people for them to enrich their theological education in the ministry wherever they find themselves. We found out that life is blessed with rich faculty members. We have rich faculty members, experienced people who both in ministry, both academically, and over the years who God have used to nurture God's people. So we don't lack resourceful academic members. We have fully academic members, staff who are involved in training men of God for the ministry. So life is a place where anyone who desires to know God and to do the work of ministry will become and will be enriched and will be blessed both in life and also in the ministry.
I can truly say of a truth that life is balancing spirituality with academic excellence. Having gone through life, I can truly say and testify as a witness and also as a testator that Life Theological Seminary helps you grow as a minister, as a worker who truly wants to have academic excellence and understand what the scripture says. Life Theological Seminary has lived long through these ages to have gotten to this age of 70th anniversary. I want to wish Life Theological Seminary a happy 70th anniversary. On behalf of myself, my team, and every student for weekend school, say Life a happy 70th anniversary. Thank you.
I'm very pleased, about the 70th anniversary of the school. When I was here I did my BTH and my MCH, Christian Education, and the school really actually impacted me spiritually and socially. Here I met friends that, up till now that we are friends. The school has helped us to improve in our spiritual life. The lecturers have been fathers and mothers up to today. We are still one in spirit, and at the 70th anniversary, I just pray that the school will continue to grow and continue to impact lives. Many students have passed through this school and they are doing great in their areas of endeavors, and I pray that the school will continue to impact lives as it continues at this 70th anniversary, and pray that it will get to 200 years, 300 years, 400 years as Jesus times. Thank you.
It's actually amazing, and the institution as a whole has been very transformative for me in my life in terms of the social interactions, in terms of learning, in terms of mentoring and modeling of the Christian life, also spiritual growth and transformation. So it's been an amazing experience, and life is a place for everyone to be. Thank you.
Building on this campus. As you can see from the architecture, look at the kind of the block that was used. This building used to house the accountant and the school administrator in those days. So this building is where the school accountant used as his office and the school administrator. But as the school began to develop, it was moved to another. As you have been to the school administrator office, right? This is where the school administrator was using before. Thank you. We can now move in and see how it looks inside. Now it has been turned to bookshop. We've given out to Act Bookshop now. That's what it's used for. But formerly, this used to be the cashier office, and the other one used to be the accountant office and the administrator, the school administrator. So there are three principal officers here in those days: the school admin, the accountant, and the clerk. So this is where the three of them used in those days, as early as 90s, between 80s and 90s. This is where, but now presently it's being used as a bookshop. This is also one of the earliest building as far as Life Theological Seminary is concerned. This place is called the Missionary House, as you can see. So when foreigners come from US or whatever, this is where they stay until they leave. So this is seen as and known as the Missionary House. As you can see, the way it was built. It was later that the other one was built. This is the second missionary house over years, but this is the first one that we have. This is the second one. Presently, this one is now used as a missionary house. This now is used as a hostel. This is also one of the earliest building in Life Theological Seminary. As you can see, look at the type of roofing sheet that is used, the blocks, and you can also see that it's louvers, it's not a sliding window. So it's one of the earliest building as far as this seminary is concerned. That's the main dormitory in those days. It is called Salem Hall. So that's where male students used to stay before the other one was built. Presently, this is now the male student hostel that was built in replacement of the old one. So this is the new male hostel. As you can see, it has 2 floors. That's what we use as male hostel presently.
Many years ago, our first general overseer, Reverend Dr. Odnaike of blessed memory, told us that in Christendom and in Christian service, you will all be having problems. It's either the problem of not growing or the problem of growth. So our challenge is how to cope with open doors God is giving unto us, and so that the level and the effectiveness of the school will become greater and better.
It will be expected. One is financial challenges. Then you also here we are dealing with people of different backgrounds. So also the ability to get people to understand what we are doing, and in terms of students, in terms of the staff, then it also has to do with spiritual. This is a spiritual organization, so we also know that where the scripture tells us we are not wrestling against just human beings, but against principalities and powers. So we have so many challenges, but one thing I know is that God is faithful. He has been seeing us through these challenges of life. Life beyond 70, making greater impact. So my message is that life can still be better. Life can still make greater impact beyond this 70.
Well, my message is to make the best of this place the Lord has given to us. This is not just an ordinary school. It's both a school, a training institution, even you can call it a church that God has given to us to prepare men and women in mind, in spirit, to fulfill their destiny in ministry, not just serving ministry as a workplace or a place you go to obtain meal ticket.
So the best is yet to come. We should continue to work harder to attain that goal that we are all wishing to get to. Our present provost will always say, he has this saying that
he wants Life Theological Seminary to be the best in the whole of West Africa. That's where we are working towards, and I know that we will get there in Jesus' name.
As we celebrate our 78th anniversary as an institution, I want to encourage all the graduates of Life Theological Seminary, especially from postgraduate school, to seek more relevance and to be more effective in life and in ministry. I want to encourage us to be prepared for the coming of the Lord. As we celebrate 78th anniversary, there are more years ahead of us. I'm going to celebrate with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And may the Lord prepare us for this great assignment in the mighty name of Jesus.